So it's Dan on the Mike James Rock Show. I've got Joel from Killswitch Engage, somehow willing to talk to me again, because after a few years have passed, it was, I believe, like 2014 that we last spoke.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Trivium Tour, you said?
Yes. You guys, because I actually listened to it back to see where what we sort of discussed on that one. It was just after Disarm The Descent had come out, and you guys were on the tour run for that one.
So Jesse was fresh back, right?
Fresh back
in the band.
And so you guys have done like a couple of albums since then, and this is the Atonement sort of tour run, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a bit silly to ask how's that going, because we've seen so much good feedback for Atonement online. But for you guys, how's it been getting that one out there to the crowds?
It took us a long time to finish this record. I think a lot of that's because we live so far away from each other now. So there's a lot of flying back and forth and sending each other files and things like that. The way bands somehow write these days, I guess.
It's very true.
It probably took 2 years to make the record, but we finally got it out there and picked the best songs I think that we could. That we wrote a few too many, so it's kind of a good problem to have. So we were able to kind of pick the ones we felt made the most cohesive record. So.
And I imagine with 2 years, you're probably itching to get out on this tour and finally be able to release to people what you've been writing.
It feels good to have the thing out, I'll tell you that, man. It's awesome. So we're psyched to actually be able to play some new songs in the set. And so it's fun. We got a handful of new songs we'll be playing tonight, and then there's a bunch more we're rehearsing and stuff. So it's kind of exciting. We're getting sick of playing the same songs.
Well, it's one of those ones where you guys have, got lots because I saw you guys quite like playing deep cuts. It was another interview I was watching, because I'm sad enough to watch interviews that I don't do as well. And you like getting the deep cuts out there as well, because for me, I'm a massive Killswitch fan, which is why I'm back after 4 years and talking to you again.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, you guys have got obviously the hits, and I imagine that it's kind of fun sometimes to vary up the set and see what deep cuts you want to play. So there any?
Yeah, I think we have enough songs now where we can kind of play with the set a little bit. And like I said, there's a handful of songs we've done, videos for or whatever that people expect to hear. But beyond that, we'd like to play around, and there's usually at least 3 to 5 songs we alternate. Every night and stuff like that, which is kind of fun.
Because you've got the bangers, which unfortunately there will be the Killswitch fans who may not have seen you for years that have come because they want to hear the big numbers. I imagine you guys probably have tired a little bit over time, because I think every band tires of their own massive hits from time to time.
Yeah, some of the key tunes in the set, we just I can't remember a show where we haven't played Last Serenade or End of Heartache. We took End of Heartache out of the set once just to see what would happen. We're like, oh, that was so weird. Ever since we started playing it, we haven't stopped.
Because that was the one that took you guys around the world, really, wasn't it? I remember watching a DVD in 2006 saying that you couldn't believe the response that you were getting from people when you started playing that one.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest sort of response off of the new stuff? What's the one that seems to be going down the best? Because there's obviously I Am Broken Too, which was a massive one for the mental health movement that's been happening across rock and metal. But also you guys kind of broke the internet with everything that you did with Howard recently, especially the video. I may have cried a little bit.
Yeah, I think that song, The Signal Fire, has probably been
the one.
The most well received and the most viewed on YouTube and all that stuff like that. People have really been digging that song. So. And I think it's just cool for people to see Jesse and Howard singing together.
Yes.
A lot of times, with bands have previous members, whatever. There's always drama and stuff like that.
And obviously, both Jesse and Howard have been quite hot on the old podcast as well, and been talking about it for a while. I remember actually when the first picture of you guys and the two of them together dropped, and the whole internet just broke because they're all in the studio together. For me, I love the way that you guys did it as well. I love the video.
That's cool, man.
I think it's. I've always said, because it was actually something that I said in the last interview with you, because obviously the change had just happened in the lineup and you dropped Disarm The Descent, is that you guys do things in such positive ways to show that there doesn't need to be this drama or
for sure, man.
bad feeling.
I think our whole thing with that video is we just wanted to show people that, hey, we're all still friends here. There's no drama. We all love each other. It's all good, because there's a lot of back and forth on the internet and people talking about, oh, I like Jesse, I like Howard, and it's like, hey, we love them both, man. It's all good. Everything's good on our end. So.
And it's very different from, because I remember when they did the All-Star sessions for Roadrunner, and they didn't know that they were going to be on stage together for My Last Serenade. And then you guys have done live performances, which again, I love it when people break the internet with positivity rather than for something dramatic happening, because it's partly why I love you guys and always have, is because there's always been the positive theme in like the sort of lyric writing, what you guys do. The stage performance isn't exactly stereotypical metal, or at least it's more these days having happy people dancing around on stage. But when you guys first released, you were kind of like a bit different to everybody else. That it was just a bunch of friends playing music up on stage.
Yeah.
And it's lovely that you've managed to encapsulate that for...
the dudes next door who drink beers, just put them on a stage. That's pretty much our vibe. But yeah, we've been having fun with, doing some, cool lighting and stuff like that. But other than that, it's the same stuff. We're usually up goofing around. Adam goofs around a lot on stage. It's always been part of our thing.
Well, that's the thing, is that you guys have always said is that is what Killswitch is taking the friendship out there, taking the good vibes out there for people to go and be a part of. And with Atonement, it feels that you guys have really secured that, because you had obviously Disarm The Descent, which was going to be big because Jesse was back, and then Incarnate, which was a beast of an album in of itself. But you guys are now 3 albums in to having Jesse back, and like, sort of, I imagine, setting sights on what Killswitch looks like for the next few years and what you want to do with the product. Is it essentially still in line with what you guys are wanting to achieve?
I think so. I think on Atonement, we threw a few more thrashers on there. Wanted to kind of pick things up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, we've been around for 20 years. We don't want people to think we're sounding too old. So let's do some thrashy stuff. Let's have some, we picked a lot of fast songs to work on for this record, which is cool. That was definitely a conscious thing.
And especially on the thrash notes with the Crownless King as well, you guys even got somebody thrash in to guest. Was that a bit strange, because you've not been sort of massive people that do guest vocals up until this point?
Not a ton. It's funny, and this record just, it felt right. We were trying to, like I said, we were going through all these songs that we had, trying to decide which ones should make the record, which ones shouldn't. And we were listening to that song that became Crownless King. We're like, this song's so cool. I just wish it had a better chorus. I wish Chuck Billy were on it. We were just like, kiddingly. And our management kind of chimed in, like, hey, he'd probably do it, man. We'll ask him. We're like, really? See if he'll do it. And sure enough, he did. We've toured with Testament in the past a few times. They're awesome dudes.
So are you thinking about maybe doing like a guest vocalist tour where you take out Light the Torch and Testament as a tour?
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Who knows, man? That would be great.
So for the moment, are you guys just sort of touring the album? Are you guys thinking about anything beyond that? Or
we literally just started, so this is technically like our second day on
the second day of the Atonement tour in Tyson.
Yeah, we were in Norwich yesterday, and today's the second show. And so we were here for about a month. Got a little break after this, and then we got some stuff coming up after that.
Not announced yet.
Not really. We're gonna try to make it to some of the places that we haven't been in a little while.
Okay. Any new places that you're taking off that you're excited about? Because I imagine you guys have hit most of the major countries around the world.
Not that we know of yet. Nowhere we haven't been. But just places where we're talking. We'd like to get back to Japan, and
that'd be cool.
Get back to Australia. Probably do some stuff in the States again.
Because
we haven't been to South America in a while, so stuff like that, we're going to try to fill in those blanks.
I was going to say, because the metalcore scene in both Japan and Australia has grown a huge amount, I imagine, since the first time that you guys made it over there.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really fun to go over there.
Would you say yes if Parkway Drive offered you a tour to go out on?
Probably would.
Yeah,
those guys are awesome, man. Good time with those guys.
That would be like pure crack for me to watch, if I'm honest.
We did. I think the last time we were over here was with Parkway Drive.
Yes,
that was. We did do Australia with them, but it was a little ways back.
Yeah. So I'm running out of things, because I just want to gush about your new album to you, if I'm honest. But no, on the album, is there any particular track that you personally is your favourite, or is it fairly in line with what everybody says?
I really like Crownless King, that we were just talking about, because I'm a huge Testament fan, have been since I was a kid, really.
Okay.
And I really like that song. It's fun to play. It's thrashy. My heroes from forever ago is singing on it, so I kind of got the chills when I first heard it. I was like, oh man, this is so awesome.
That's so cool.
So it was fun. We were having fun playing that one in the set. It's cool.
Okay. And I imagine that you don't have any problem with Jesse taking over the vocals.
No, man, he does a great job with it. So
yeah.
If we ever run into Chuck, maybe we can convince him to come join us.
Well, that's what festivals about as well, is if you guys are on the same day as somebody at a festival, you can always get them to come across and do something. Is there, on that note, anybody that you would like to play with as a guitarist? Because it's normally the vocalists that get to guest. But if you were offered, is there anybody that you would love to work with as a guitarist?
It's hard to say, man. I listen to so many different bands. I never really thought about it, but Maybe like In Flames, somebody like that. I love those guys, and they've been a huge influence on
That would be cool.
And they become good friends of ours over the years and stuff. So those guys are.
I was going to say, I think you've done a couple of tours with them over here as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
love those guys.
like we should get like you guys back together, because admittedly I like In Flames as well. So they're just keep putting to tours together that are specifically designed for me.
Sounds like a fun one, man. I love those guys. I'd love to tour with them again.
Cool. Well, I will wrap it up quite quickly, because I understand that you guys have got some soundtracks. We've actually managed to get a quiet bit in, because when we first started, there was noise coming through the mirror. Yeah.
We lucked out.
But no, thank you as always for taking a couple of minutes
No problem, man.
speak to us and let me essentially gush at you for your band.
Dude, I appreciate it, man. Glad you did the record. And
I say long-term fan. Thank you very much.
Nice to talk to you, brother.
Cheers.